Okay, it is Tara Boothby coming at you live from Sojourn Psychology. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about something that I think is really actually super important lately in consultation with colleagues, supervision. I've just been noticing a really simple, important thing that works extremely well in clinical care, but also in relationships. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the art of curiosity. What surprises me as an experiential attachment focused clinician, really rooted in Sue Johnson's model and a lover of the circle of security, a big promoter of it up in Alberta, I think we don't talk enough about the power of curiosity and how it impacts and strengthens attachment, how it impacts and strengthens bonds and relational satisfaction. So curiosity is one of the easiest disciplines to help us express that we are listening and that we are seeking to know and understand somebody, becoming very curious. And most often the mistake we make in relationships is that we're just not getting slow enough. We're not taking the time to reflect about our own experience in the relationship, and we're not taking time to reflect on other people's experience with us, or things that they've said, or things that they're doing in their lives. So thinking about somebody else and expressing curiosity is a way to communicate that we're holding that person in our own mind. What a way to strengthen a relationship when somebody comes up to you and says, hey, I was thinking about that thing you said the other day, or you were talking about that book you read, what was the name of it again? And you shared that quote. Maybe somebody's involved in sports. Maybe you don't actually know what they do for a living. You know, like if you have a friend and you don't really actually know what their job is, get curious. We love to know that other people want to know who we are. And when somebody asks us questions, they care about who we are, it feels good. The other thing about curiosity, just practicing it in a conversation, is it helps to make things explicit. Being explicit is extremely helpful in the clinical world, and it's extremely helpful in relationships. It's a wonderful discipline. Making things explicit, making things come alive, making someone's position in relationship vibrant, making someone's behavior more known to themselves and to us, coloring someone's emotion. So if somebody says angry, what does that mean to them? Getting curious, knowing how things work in other people's lives. What does anger mean to my 4-year-old, and what does it mean to my 6-year-old? What does it mean to be sad, or to have been hurt on the playground at school? You know, it's one thing for a child to say I was hurt at recess. It's another thing to get slow and understand what happened. My little boy was telling me about an injury he had on the playground. He said he broke his leg. I mean, that's something to be curious about. He clearly had not broken his leg, but his little story, and to wonder at how his little mind works, to be curious is to know him, and for him to feel known by mommy. That's just an example. There's so many big people stories and little people stories, but the practice of curiosity is really an expression of connection. It is so attachment focused, and it benefits our attachment for the very sake that we have to get slow, that we have to think about other people, and that we have to reach out and talk to others about them. One of the basic ways that we can really honor attachment, or honor is a fine way of saying it, is that we all long to be seen, heard, and known. That attachment in a good relationship, a high quality relationship where there's markers of security, we're going to feel more seen, more heard, and more known. Curiosity is a definite benefit to evoke that experience for people. So I just really advocate for getting curious. It's going to strengthen the bonds in your relationships, and it's going to heighten the value of your relationships. How to get curious. When I want to be curious about people, I just really think about people at the beginning of my day when I'm preparing for meeting with clients. I set aside time to think about every person I'm going to be speaking with that day. I consider conversations that we've had previously and revisit those conversations, and then I consider what ways I want to get curious about this person today. Because the better I understand somebody, the better they're going to understand themselves. It's a clinical point of view. However, I also believe and trust in that for all of my relationships. I'm going to spend time with my husband tomorrow. We're going to go on a date. So I'm already thinking about an experience that will give us some solitude and stability where we can have conversation. And setting the stage to talk to somebody is also really key to then cultivate curiosity. So get slow, make space, think about people beforehand, and then when you're sitting with them, just try to really paint a picture of what they're saying in your own mind, knowing that they hold the paintbrush and they have to paint it all in for us to see clearly just what they're trying to say. All right, you guys, I hope this is helpful. I really love being curious, and if you're a curious person, this is just going to be validation that you're doing some great work out there. If you're looking for an easy communication tip, this is something that I hope will inspire you. We don't have enough curiosity out there. It's a beautiful thing, and it never gets old. So take care. Have a great day.